Our first job of the day has to be mowing this lawn. This little Sussex broody is taking care of my 8 little Cochin babies. They're grey Cochins. And so far, this little Sussex has been a great mom. She never hatched anything before, but she went broody when the eggs had like 2 days to go. So put her in here in this run, and she's been taking real good care of them. Well, I'm not just gonna show you tulips and a leaky pond. You can tell by the crate that something has been enjoying this space again. We'll go to that in a minute, but first we also have another new resident on the homestead. So right over there is our new Mr. King. Yeah, we finally got a white male turkey. And well, he's upset because we had some unexpected new residents here coming, well, 2 days ago. So, and he somehow hates them, and we'll get to there in a second. Look at this girl. She's so wide. Nah, she only got 1, maybe 2. She still has a month to go. The poor thing is struggling with the heat because she hasn't shed all her coat yet. We did have around 20 degrees Celsius. And she's too stubborn to lie in the shade, and she's just having a hard time. So yeah, she lies down and chills more often than usual. And then Yoko here does not challenge her, but because she's just not really acting like a leading doe right now, Yoko's been a bit mischievous, but she's settling in quite nice. And little Akina has her baby horns, and she's headbutting everyone just to be naughty. Yeah. And even though we're in a drought, this grass just won't give up. Look at this. See the clovers? We didn't seed this. This came up on its own. Alright, so we've made a little wall, a wattle fence is the idea, but I ran out of sticks because we only have 1 tree right now. And I'm hoping these sticks will become trees too. That will be fun. But we put them in the ground real deep, and let's hope they catch on. And we made like a little wattle fence. So if all the trees were to make new branches, then next year it would be a little higher, and then we just build up as we go. So I want a little windbreak. We want windbreaks everywhere. Look at that cat. Look at that cat. Are you stalking me, sissy? Huh? Yeah, she's following me. So you can see how tall the grass is here. And some areas of our pasture just, I can't keep up. I mean, it's springtime. I have lots of chickens right there, trying to keep that weed down. But we have 3 different species. You have Queen Anselase, and then you have 2 others that look alike, grow in nearly the same circumstances. So goats eat it, but yeah, that's the ones that I couldn't get to with the weed whacker because of the ditch. But this was all weeds. It was so tall. I don't want it to seed anymore because it makes my food forest look a little bit like crap, basically. Can't let the goats in here to clean it up because they will eat the trees. So, but the chickens make fun of it. And knowing this plant though, look, a couple are up again. You need to weed whack it 2-3 times in a row, especially now, or my whole pasture will be covered with it. Are you being a good boy? Yeah. He needs a new set of feathers. Where we got them, it was dirt and dirt and dirt, and the tips of his feathers were all ruffled and broken. Well, you can still see it's ruffled. So I'm hoping he will get new feathers pretty soon. But he's a good boy. He's very, very sweet to us. He's not sweet to whatever else might come by. He's okay with tractors and trucks and cars. He's not okay with cyclists. So he's a good boy. He stays behind the fence just like the ladies. It's just netting. There's no spark, nothing on here. And they will stick their head through to try to grab some of this grass, but they won't get out. So, and the beauty of it is that they do keep the bases of the fruit trees, you can see, clear of the grass. And they keep it down. I mean, it's somewhat bushy here and there. It's because of spring flush of grass, but they kept it neat and tidy last year because when we came here there were a lot of mice. So going through here by hand with a lawnmower is, well, your back is not going to be happy with you. So having these ones maintain the grass, just keeping it flat and walking on it so some organic matter gets back in the soil. They eat the seeds, they eat the grass, they eat the bugs that might harm the trees. We've got these little blossoms. Now this tree had a frost and a drought and then a frost again. That was basically its first year. So I'm not surprised that it's sending out so much blossom, because if you're not happy, you're just gonna make sure your seed gets, spread. So, but a lot of potential for fruit, and it'll probably blow off. That's our biggest issue. There's so much wind here that the fruit just blows off before it's ripe. So we're trying to deal with that. We have a couple where the white sticks are. We have 3 hazelnut bushes. We also have a maidenhair tree all the way in the back, but it's still really small. So we'll see what that does. And hopefully it'll be somewhat of a windbreak. So in the main garden, the produce is coming up pretty good. I just want to give it a little more before we start weeding, because I still think there's a little more that could come up. So it's all waiting for water, really. I mean, underneath the surface I felt and there's still water, but for the germination it's too dry. So there are also some of the potatoes that are coming up right there. And in that row you can see a couple. So it's coming. But ideally we would like some rain. Then it will just fly out of the ground. So in the greenhouse we made, by the way, it's rhubarb just outside the greenhouse. It's pretty big. But in the greenhouse we just make a start with these corn Now, why do I use these little plug trays for corn? Well, if I put them in the ground, the slugs will eat them. And I found that if they have like the first two sets of leaves, then the slugs, they will get to them, but they won't eat them completely. So in the past I've had instances where I thought it didn't germinate, but when you would go out at night you would see the first signs of germination, then the slug army would just come and kill it basically. So in the morning you would never know that it tried to germinate. So what I'm doing now is just give them then that first set or two of leaves, and then they go out. Right here we have a little lemon, and this little lemon I grew from a store-bought lemon. So I just thought, well, why don't I just save the seeds, and I dried them for a day and then I put them in a damp paper towel. I left them for 3, 4, 5 days and just check them, and when they start to germinate I moved them out in a pot. But so far so good. This is a tray of something of everything. Basically it's things we're staggering, like lettuce for example, and those kinds of things. You can see the first things just started to germinate, and this row is the walking stick kale. So it definitely wins ahead in germination because I have tiny hairs cauliflower. It's a local variety of cauliflower here. It's a very old breed, and yeah, we do a couple of those. There's all kinds of cabbages in here and other things, but yeah, the walking stick kale obviously germinates first. Also in the greenhouse, some lettuce. We've eaten quite a bit of it already. There were, I think, well, 8 or something. So yep, that's doing fine. I mean, we didn't do anything, it's just clay, and then the chickens went in here for a couple of weeks during winter. And we didn't water it, we didn't feed it, we didn't do anything else to it. So yep, just chickens, clay, and a greenhouse, that's all. And the last occupant of this greenhouse, well, there are a couple more things, but it's not interesting. But this grapevine we planted here last year, and it seems like it's liking this place. Hi, Mr. Dodo. He's just the ugliest chicken in the world. And he's so darn cute. Yeah. Where's your girls, Dodo? There's 1. There's 2. And there's number 3. This is the comfrey patch we started last year. And it's flowering. And it survived the winter, and Dodo's talking through my video. But the most important thing why we're here is because, let me open this up for you. So, we got 2 new residents right there. These were 2 baby geese, and these baby geese were gifted to us 2 days ago, and we've been training them. Would you mind, Dodo, please? No. Well, we've been training them to be guard geese, and I'm not quite sure. I don't have experience with geese. I do have experience with ducks. So we've been taking them to the pond to swim and cool down in this warm weather. And I've been walking them along the property line because my book said there were 2 main things you should know. One is you want to feed them and get them familiar with your voice, so talk to them a lot. Number 2 is walk the property line with them. So we don't have fencing all around, which concerns me because they will get into the ditch, I think. So I need to figure out how to keep these guys on my property. But it seems to be important to teach them what our property is and what's not. So those are our main focuses right now. So yeah, these are 2 little residents and our turkey king. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time.